Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we are going to continue with our camper van build. So we are going to do issues 38 and 39 of Build the Camper Van. And yes, this is going to be basically the start of how things are going to go on for the moment. I'm going to do 2 issues of these every time. So it'll be 2 issues of Campervan, 2 issues of Rossi, and 2 issues of Miura when I've got past pack 5 of the Miura. Because obviously I've done pack 5 part 1. I've recorded that, so I might as well do pack 5 part 2. And then we'll carry on with the 2 issues on that one, because we have got some complex stuff coming up today. Well, coming up in the build really, and in today's issue. So we've got some wiring, and we'll be working on some of the controls for the camper van. So this is going to be an interesting issue, I think. So better get started on this one. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so we're going to bring our interior across, because the first thing we need to do is we've got this to put in. This is just going to be the flooring for the for the driver and passenger, or passengers. Now some people have had some problems with this, of it not fitting, and it is, from that camera, it's just the tab that goes in here. Now I can be prepared to glue this if needs be. I want to see how this sort of dry fits. If I put that in first, not always easy. Trying. Right, doesn't want to go in. So let's just try again. Just gonna right. That's it. Sort of in. It's not in. It right. Let's just try and stretch this rubber out a little bit. The problem is you can get it in and then it immediately wants to come out again when you get all the other tabs in place. Yeah, it just doesn't want to go in the tab whatsoever. So at least I'm not the only one that has had this problem. So I'm just seeing if I can warm it up within my hands. Right, it's in. What I might do is I might just bob a bit of glue just underneath, just holding that tab in place, and we'll just let that set for a little bit. And the lid completely came off my glue. Doing this with one hand is not easy. Okay, so I've sort of got that in there. Now whether it stays in there is a different matter. So I'm not the only one that has problems with this this part of it. There are other people that have had the same thing. I believe they glued theirs, so I'm just taking instruction of and ideas of how they did it. Okay, so we've done that. So that's now in, that floor mat. What we need to do next is we need the accelerator. Now that is basically going to go into this hole just down here. Just making sure it fits. Right, so I'm just seeing how this kind of goes. What goes? Problem is, there's a little tab there. Now, I believe that tab, from what I can see, looks like it's on the inside of it. Ah, right, okay, that's slotted in nicely, just like that. Okay, and then what we need to do is got these pins here, and we need to put a pin in from underneath. Now, I've kept these in the bag so they don't get lost. Let's get these out. I'm just putting them on my magnetic mat. Okay, we're going to flip this over. I'm going to try and keep that in place. Actually, that's what we're looking for underneath. Now, once the pin to go over this side. Now, it wants a smooth end in first. I'm just going to grab my tweezers. Now, I use these serrated tweezers and they are blooming good. And if you want some, they are in my Amazon store, and there's a link in the description below. Just seeing how they do it. It's pretty hard to see because for me it's around this way. Right, what I can see is a little bit of flashing just in front of it. Might be quite hard to see on this camera. Just a bit of flashing that's stopping that from going in. So I'm just going to free that off with my scalpel. Hey, one thing. When you're doing models like this, you don't have to learn to do things one-handed if you need an extra tool. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get this pin in again. Came off then. Okay. Alright, so that's it started. Now it's just a case of lining so the pin goes down through it. All I'm doing here is I'm sort of moving, wiggling the part. Okay, so if I flip it back over, you can see that we've just got that pin there. Then I'm just going to get my needle nose pliers and I'm just going to push that pin into place all the way. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so that bit's now in place. Right, so flip this back over. Next we need is this bit here. This is the brake pedal. This is just going to simply slot down into there. But this is going to be going in just a little bit of a different way. There we go, that's through. Now if we flip it over again, as you can see, it's going to line up, and again we've got another pin to put in. Now, I'm just making sure I'm doing this from the right side, so it wants a smooth edge of the pin in first. Okay, then I'm just gonna move and whittle the, there we go, as you can see it just sort of locks itself in there, and then we're just going to push the pin into place. Okay, so that's that bit in place. Flipping it back over. I'm not a fan of doing all these flipping back over, but is what it is. The next is we've got the clutch pedal, and that's going to go down just in here. Now, this is supposed to be just a push fit. It does like have a D shape pattern. That is quite loose, so what I might do is just bob a bit of glue on just to keep that in place. Here we are, just gonna, and it always never want to works when you want it to, so I'm just gonna get my applicator. Slight blockage. We've got a bit of glue there. Right, it came out eventually. Okay. So we'll just bob that pedal in to place. Okay, wow. So, I believe that is this issue complete. So just double check. Yes, so we have got some things left over from this issue, which we will be doing in issue 39, but that is issue 38 complete. Okay, so issue 39. Now, all the parts we get supplied in issue 39 is one of the tyres. And this just says it's a spare tyre, even though we got, I know we ain't got one in there yet, so we're going to be doing the spare tyre soon. We don't actually need this part. All we need is the parts from issue 38, so there's no point opening that until we actually need it. So what we need to do first of all is, it says to examine the cables to make sure that they're all correct, which I've done off camera, so they are. Now what we need is cable 1, which has got a 01 on it, and we're going to flip this over just like that, and then we are going to put this into here, just like that. Okay, and that is actually going to the accelerator pedal, and then we've got sort of a clamp to put it in with, so we're just going to bob that over there like so, and then we need to screw that down with a BP08 screw. These were supplied in the previous issue. So it's just 2 silver screws. Not even on camera here. Oh, 2 seconds. Oh, there we go. I thought I seem to be having a few camera problems. Let me just change camera. So just go to side camera for a second. And that's gone a bit P-tong. What's happened there? Close up camera. There we go. Build camera. There, we're back. Okay, so we'll just screw this in. It might be because I'm actually uploading Sunday's weekly catch-up video at the moment, and I do know that they both take quite a lot of the processor to run at the same time, OBS and Power Director. That's what I use for editing. Don't want to go in this one, so it can be a little bit laggy. Okay, that's grabbed it. Fantastic. So I'm just going to finger tight screw that in place. Okay, yeah, the camera's a little bit laggy. Just try what I did last time. So switch from that to that. Everything's working. Fantastic. Okay, so next we need the wire that has O2 on it. Again, it's doing the same thing. Jesus. Right, try again. There we go. Okay, so we need to put this in O2. So just down there like so. And then we've got another one of these bits to hold it in. Now this has got like a little bit of this missing. This is going to fit this side here. So it's going to more or less go over there, because I do believe, from obviously doing these models, you kind of get a grasp of what you're doing. But I do believe that there's going to be a speaker going in that hole there. Okay, and we need to screw this in with some BP08 screws. So we just need 2 of them. Now we have been given some BP06s, but it hasn't told us to use them yet. So we'll probably be using them later down the line. I will do a continuity test on these after I finish recording, just to make sure everything's working. Okay, right, so we've just got a little bit of wire tidy now, so it's asking us to bring this wire around this pillar here, and this wire around this pillar here, and they're going to meet round about there. Now what I've got is I've got some very small cable ties that I can just put on. I can take these off if needed. In fact, no, we'll just go with the good old electrical tape. Okay, so I'm going to put, just looking at it, a bit of tape there. Just a bit. Okay. Then saying that these wires need to come down, and they're gonna go sort of that way, and then to put a bit of tape here. My scissors, and just snip that down to size a bit. Just a bit of tape there. Snip the end of that one off. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then they want the wires to then come down here like this, and a bit of tape just in there. So I've got that bit that I cut off from it earlier. So I'll just have a bit of tape just there. Just use this flat part here to stick it into place. There we go. And that is issue 39 complete. So, wow, that is basically the wiring for the front. So if I turn this over, we should feel the button on the switches engage, and I can hear that clicking. So that's the accelerator pedal. There we go. That is the brake pedal. There we go. All done. So that is issues 38 to 39 complete. Well guys, that's it for Campervan. That was really, really good. I think definitely 2 issues is the way to go. So this should be a lot easier in editing. And fingers crossed it's going to be a heck of a lot better for the building as well. So this should be about 20 minutes long, 25 minutes if that, for this build. So, and that's kind of how I like my videos to be. Sometimes I think if it goes a little bit over, then yeah, some people might just not have the time to watch that half an hour of a video, but it could get just my thoughts on it really. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and be notified of any future videos. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.